Hey guys, alright, it's Brett from Iron Body Martial Arts. How's it going? In case you don't know, I run a channel here on YouTube that focuses mainly on old style traditional martial arts and conditioning training. I haven't made a video in a while, and in America, and maybe some other places, it's a tradition of Thanksgiving. Now, a lot of places don't celebrate this tradition. Where I'm from, they're not necessarily a thing. But I think it's a nice sentiment, that people take the time to think about, what they have and be thankful. And probably there's lots of people out there who, maybe even a bit fed up with this idea and, or maybe a bit, what's the word? A bit jaded about it or something like that. So yeah, that I can understand as well. And it's the same with Christmas. Christmas comes along and, people get jaded and, you guys know how it is. We know how the real world is. But I did want to take this time to first off, just say hello to everyone out there. Thank the martial arts community, the wider martial arts community on YouTube, as poisonous or strange as it can often be. But, just take the time to think, it's a pretty cool thing that we've all got going on, that you can pretty much see, all kinds of martial arts, good and bad, on here, all sorts of people giving you advice. So thanks a lot to all you guys. Thanks a lot first off, thanks a lot to all the creators and the content creators who make all this stuff, spend all their time and hours, just for no real reward, really. So thanks to you guys, the collaborators, the big martial arts channels out there that are making their martial arts stuff. Thanks to those guys. From my point of view, thanks to the people who watch this channel, and comments. I always look at the comments, people who follow the live streams, and the Patreon guys. Like I've said before, often the Patreon people who support the Patreon, my Patreon, and the people who've gone on the IBMA Iron Hand course and are following that, and there's more to come on that in the future. The people who are following those are often the difference between me paying a bill and not paying a bill. And you might look around and, see this like wonderful house that I'm in, but it's provided to me by the job that I work at. So, that doesn't mean I have superfluous funds to not pay bills. And the day that I can't go into work and I can't do my job, the house is gone, as is with a lot of people. So thanks to you guys, thanks to the YouTube content creators who make the crazy stuff that we all see. Now, I know that this might not all really be in the sort of sentiment of Thanksgiving. We're meant to be thanking for proper stuff, but I just wanted to mention those things because it's a big collaboration between all of us. Whether we're having like little flame wars where one guy doesn't agree with the other, whether it's challenges going on here, or Icy Mike coming up with the next crazy idea, or any of the channels. It's a good thing. So from a personal point of view, I, like many of you guys out there, I have my struggles with health. I've had my struggles with all sorts of things like that I have to overcome, that we all have to overcome, and we've all got those different problems. I've had, which is low to medium level, but I've had back injuries, herniated discs. I've had long-standing stomach problems, been going on for like 10 years, which is very, is difficult for someone who's trying to, be at their best and train hard, when you've got stomach problems that affect your digestion, affect your eating, affect your recovery, affect your overall well-being. So I'm not whinging about that, because those are very low on the level of probabilities. Not probabilities, they're low on the level of things compared to problems you can have. We've also got issues with mental health and dealing with the tough things that we all have to see and face in our lives. I know I've also struggled with those things, so those are all things that we have to work through. So I'm kind of thankful for the position that I'm in now. I'm not saying it's a fixed position, but it's a position where I'm alive and I'm surviving and I'm here. I'm not broken or destroyed. I don't have cancer. I don't have some other kind of sickness. I don't have any limb injuries that are broken or knees. But I know there's plenty of people out there, and a lot of people who comment and message, and some of my Patreon guys who have Crohn's disease, bad injuries. A lot of people who reach out to me, and they have been like destroyed in car accidents and this and that and the next thing. So we've got to. Well, it's not a hard and fast rule, but just that's me. I'm thankful that I am where I am, even though I've got the problems that I have. They're very minor in comparison to a lot of people's issues and stuff like that. Mental health issues aside, which again are, everyone has to deal with that, and we just all deal with it in our own way. So yeah, that's another thing. If we're going through the Thanksgiving things that I'm thankful for. So yeah, you guys, if you follow the channel or you know me, you know that I've got a little 8-month-old son. Obviously super thankful for him. Excuse me. He's literally taken all my time, but he's one of the number one things I'm thankful for. I've got this little dude who soon, he doesn't even know what's coming for him, this poor lad. He's gonna be training like a ninja pretty much the moment he can walk. So we're gonna get him doing some safe training, safe and child-friendly training, the appropriate training. So don't worry, he's not gonna be tortured and punished too much. He's not gonna be doing the same sorts of things that I do, but he will be doing the early versions of them that are safe for children to do. Yes, and I look forward to keeping you guys updated on those and his training. It's like a new thing, but that's coming in the future. That's not now. He's only 8 months old. 10 years nearly now this channel's been going, so I'm thankful for that. Like, to link in with the health stuff, at least 10 years of training I've been able to do, lots of different countries I've lived in. The ethos of this channel is about making do with what you have, and sometimes ad-libbing or sometimes making some more stuff, and not sitting back on the old excuse of, I don't have this, I don't have a dojo, I can't do this, I can't do that, because there's plenty of people out there who'd rather have you do nothing so that they can sit on the internet and be like, oh, my MMA club or my jiu-jitsu club or my karate club, and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that if you don't have an expert instructor. Whereas most instructors these days aren't even bloody experts. A lot of them are just shit, and they're giving McDojos and stuff like that. And you've got kids like not doing martial arts because they're like, oh, I can't go to that school, and there's politics and all this shit. Of course, go to a good school, and there's loads of good schools, but don't listen to those internet naysayers who tell you can't learn whatever you want to learn. You can learn. So yeah, and that's the ethos of this channel. Make yourself your own equipment. It doesn't have to be expensive, it can be cheap. Find different awesome ways of training, explore loads of different ways of practicing, training, pushing your body to the limits of what it can do, what you think it can do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Try and be safe whilst you're doing it. Seek advice and all that sort of rubbish that I'm going to talk about. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much a nutshell of what I wanted to say today, guys. Just saying hello. I'm here. I do see the comments. Thank you. I do recognize a lot of the names, people who comment, and these people have been following the channel for years and years. I appreciate it. It's pretty much we're like been following each other now, because I've got these same people making comments, and I'm watching their comments and they're watching me, and we chat, and stuff like that. Sometimes they come on the live streams, some of them are on the Patreons. Like I said, some of them on the Iron Body Martial Arts Iron Hand course. For anyone that's listening, I was, just before I go, I was thinking, so I want to do the iron body martial arts iron staff training like videos or course on the Udemy, like the Iron Hand course. But what I'm probably going to do is I might make it separate, but I might also include it on the IBMA Iron Hand course, so that all the people who already have that course, that'll just be an extra thing that pops up in there for them, like an update for your game that you already have. Boom, it'll just be on there free. And then for everyone else, like a lot, obviously a lot cheaper, because it should be a smaller thing. You can buy the iron staff training separate. So that's my plan. I need to make it though. What is the iron staff training? Well, the iron staff training is an old school method of training with a solid steel staff, a weighted staff between 10 kilos and above, or between 7 and 10 kilos, a 4 to 5 to 6 foot steel staff. And a lot of the masters of famous masters of Hungwa, like Iron Wire, Kung Fu, but also people like Murray Ueshiba, the founder of Aikido, used to train with these iron staffs to build tendon strength and internal power. And there's also a lot of other reasons. So let me know what you guys think about that. That'll be cool. What is it for? Well, the cool thing is it's staff training, but it's not twizzly garbage movie stuff. It's legitimate staff training. But another cool thing is, at the same time, it's like a total body training, because you're using your core and you're using your entire body and the tendons and the leverage to work and use this heavy staff. You're learning the dynamics of the correct physics of how to use it, reflecting force off the bones, reflecting force off the ground. So it's really good, because obviously if you're not rooted and solid or positioned in the right position, it's like holding a weight on the end of your hand. You just fall over, you'll be weak. So it also teaches a weak body to be strong, but it doesn't necessarily mean it needs muscle. Yeah, it just needs to learn the ways the force transmits. And on the other side of that, it's a really powerful tool that you can use. Like if you have to defend yourself with a freaking steel staff. I know in a lot of countries people just have guns, but if you're in your home or whatever, and that's not in the picture, you've got a solid steel staff, like a workout bar. It doesn't matter what someone has. They can have a knife, they can have whatever weapons other than obviously a gun. And there can be even more than one of them. And the power of the steel staff is like shocking and terrifying. It's like you don't have to worry about hitting and it not doing any damage. You hit someone with this thing, hypothetically, and you're just destroying bones. It's, as a self-defense weapon for in the home, it's actually pretty powerful. But that's a side point. Mainly we're focusing on the training and how tough and strong it makes your body, build your bones, etc., etc. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot again. I'll see you around. Have good training. Please put your comments on. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your training's going. If you're part of the Iron Body Martial Arts Iron Hand course, put some comments on there. Don't forget to review it. Let me know how things are going. And have a good one. And Merry Christmas to everyone, because that's coming up. That's coming up soon. All right, and once all, my catchphrase is, I haven't used it in a few years, but good training, everybody. If you're interested in iron palm and iron fist training, check out my well-rated course on udemy.com.